Okay, I think that's a little better. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice YouTube channel, aka Not Your Average Baker. That is me, Cake Lady from the Midwest. How's everybody doing this afternoon? I know it's Christmas Eve, and I know a lot of you guys are probably at home doing exactly type of stuff I'm doing right now. Um, Today, oh yeah, by the way, just to give you a little information about me, this is my first live video. As I said in the description of this channel, this is not your average cake tutorial channel. This is actually going to be a live cake decorating interaction discussion channel. We won't necessarily talk about cakes the entire video when I do live. I'm also not recording live from the beginning of the process of making the cake all the way to the end of decorating cake. That's too long for a live video. So I make the cakes, I put all my stuff together that I need to decorate the cake, and then I come to you live and sit and chat with you while I'm decorating a cake. And if you have any questions about whatever I'm doing, then feel free to comment in the chat anytime. So let me just make sure. Let's see. One second. And how's everybody's day going? As far as Christmas, are a lot of you guys cooking, baking, or just waiting to eat tomorrow? Let me get my scissors. I got everything I need, but forgot to grab my scissors so I can cut my cake decorating bags. Now, this first cake is for a friend of mine who absolutely loves my strawberry crunch shortcake cheesecake. I work part-time at a nursing home, so a lot of times I take cakes there, cupcakes, different treats and stuff for the residents, and also for my co-workers. So I had took this cake there a couple of times, and they really enjoyed it. And so that's what I'm about to do right now, is decorate this cake. Now, first thing first, I need to switch out this cake because this doesn't go on the bottom. I need to switch out this cake because this doesn't go on the bottom. Okay, accidentally clicked my phone on, so that's why you got that feedback. But okay, here we go. And I got tables next to me holding all my stuff, so you can't see everything, unfortunately, in the video. But first thing first, you guys, and don't forget, you can holler at me anytime about anything, cakes, the weather, what you're doing tomorrow, today, in 5 years. Just like I said, this isn't the average cake decorating channel where we just stick to just talking about cakes. Of course, we will talk about cakes, especially if you have any questions. But other than that, and also, as you saw, I just put down just a little thin layer of frosting. I have my bowl of frosting right here that I made from scratch. I think you can see it okay. But my bowl of frosting right here that I made from scratch. So what I did was on a cake board, as you've probably seen most cake decorators do, excuse me, on their videos, they apply just a thin layer of frosting to the cake board. That's just so it helps secure the cake. So especially when you're traveling with the cake or moving the cake around, it doesn't just slide off the cake board, because that, my friend, can be an absolute disaster. And yes, I've had it done before. I've done it before. When you first start out cake decorating, it's so many mistakes that you're going to make. You're bound to make. Bound to make. Okay, now I got the first layer down. That is my cheesecake, my crusted cheesecake, my delicious crusted cheesecake. I'm going to put some preserves on top. Not too much, y'all. Not too much. Because you don't want it to overflow on the sides and run through your frosting that you're going to put on the outside of the cake. So you don't want that to happen. That would be ugly. So not too much, just enough that when they bite into the cake, they are definitely going to taste this deliciousness and creaminess. Woo! Yes. It's the bomb. Okay, so we got that first layer down, and then one of the cakes, I'm going to put one of the cakes, with strawberry cakes, put it on top. And then with this frosting that I made from scratch, of course, you cannot decorate a cake professionally with frosting out of a can. That's just a no-no. I mean, at home, if you want to, and forgive me if you can't see my entire head. I have on a Christmas hat, if you can see around the cake. But I got it set up like this so you'll mainly just see what I'm doing to the cake. Scrape some of this frosting off. Just kind of go around the cake. Kind of spin your table around just to try to get an even amount, apply an even amount of frosting on the cake. Now with this particular cake, I don't necessarily put a whole lot of frosting. Just a nice even layer, because they have the strawberries in there as well. So it's really rich. It's really rich. Now, what we going to do, what I'm going to do, and what you're going to see is me applying another layer of cheesecake. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. Let's get that on there. That cheesecake on there. Okay. Ba-da-da. Now, I'm going to apply another layer. Yes, yes. More strawberries. I buy strawberries and I blend them so they're really smooth when you apply it. Because if it's not really smooth when you apply it, then you're going to have to be forceful when spreading it, and you might tear your cake. So you want it to be really smooth when you're applying it, just a little bit more. And again, don't apply, whenever you're doing a filling on a cake, like fruit especially, you don't want to, get a paper towel, so dry my hands off. You don't want to put too much on there because it can possibly seep through if you're not careful. If you're not careful. So now I'm going to apply the final layer of cake. Beautiful. Top layer of the cake. This is a 4-layer cake, by the way. Put a little frosting up there. Now, sometimes when I decorate my cakes, if I have to, like this has strawberry preserves in the middle. So sometimes when you decorate the top of the cake, the top layer of the cake can make the other layers kind of slide around because of that strawberry. So as you see, I'm holding a piece of the cake with one hand, just the top layer, while I layer the cake. While I cover the top of the cake with frosting. So the layers below won't slide because they have frosting. Now the top of the cake, most people don't put too much frosting on the top of the cake if they're going to put frosting designs on the cake, because you don't want too much frosting. Some people like a lot of frosting. Some people like more cake than frosting. So I'm going to decorate the top of this cake. And just kind of smooth the cake around. After you run your spatula, just kind of smooth it around, lift up when you get to the other side. Smooth, lift up, scrape the frosting off. Smooth, lift up, scrape the frosting off. And that's pretty good for what I'm planning to do here. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take some of my frosting, and I'm going to put it on the side. Matter of fact, 1 second. I'm gonna turn the volume down, because I'm gonna have to blend a little bit more sugar into my frosting, so it's a little thicker to go on the outside of the cake to hold in the strawberry that seeps from the side. So just 1 moment. It's gonna be really, really quick. I don't want you to hear the blender noise, so 1 moment. Now that didn't take long, did it? And you did not have to hear that loud of that KitchenAid. So now what I'm going to do is just apply some frosting on the side. Gently, because one thing about fresh cakes, especially if they have filling inside. You do not want the cake to shift while you are applying the frosting around the cake. And I mean generously putting frosting on the outside of the cake because I do not want that strawberry to seep through. So I'm filling all the gaps. It'll look pretty perfect when I'm done. Right now, you're probably just like, oh, the frosting is uneven, and yeah. I'm just trying to fill in the holes first of the cake. Filling all the gaps, all the creases. And then I will smooth it out. So, but I know it's again Christmas Eve, and everybody loves a delicious cake, a delicious pie, delicious food, period, for the holidays. So y'all let me know what y'all have cooking. If y'all like me and my family, my mom, grandparents, they start cooking like, shoot, sometimes 3 days ahead of time, but at least like 2 days ahead of time. I'm not cooking tomorrow because I have to be at the nursing home and get some hours in because I'm scheduled to work the holiday. Holidays are usually they alternate like every year. So some years I'll have to work Christmas. Some years I'll have to work New Year's. Some years I have to work July 4. It alternates every year. And I can't remember what they got me scheduled for next year. But I know it's not Christmas. This year I had Thanksgiving off. That was cool. I don't know which holiday I like the most. Christmas or Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving I like because it's more about being thankful. Thanksgiving, thankful, more about being thankful for what you have, even if it's not a lot. Thankful for your family and friends, your children. Just thankful for every day that you have to spend with people that you love and that you care about and appreciate in your life. Christmas, on the other hand, should be, the same thing. One would think, but we all know Christmas for most people is all about what they're going to get. All about. Now this cake is not going to be a smooth cake because I'm going to cover it with crumbs. So don't think, oh, the cake is not smooth as it should be. It's going to get covered with crumbs. So on these cakes in particular, my strawberry crunch cakes, the sides don't get smooth because I'm going to mess it up anyway putting crumbs on it. So that's that. But if you go to my Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice Facebook page on YouTube, I'm getting everything mixed up. I got so many social media websites. If you go to my Facebook page, Tanya's Delights Slice by Slice on Facebook. I'll make sure I get the top sides. You can see a lot of my products that I made for friends and family and for my church and nursing homes, and I just love what I do. I give out free cakes every month for people's birthdays, other occasions. I just really love what I do. So, if you go over there and check me out, you can see some other work of mine besides the strawberry shortcake. Now I'm gonna move this to the side a little bit. I have some parchment paper underneath, and I'm using that because that's going to catch my crumbs that I have to put on the cake. So here we go with this business. And with the crumbs, I just throw up on the side of the cake. Basically, press it into the cake. You just go all the way around. It looks really messy. It is really messy. So you definitely got to make sure, your hands is clean. Make sure no frosting and crumbs get too much everywhere. Just try to keep it closest to the cake as you can. And I have lots of crumbs, so if I run out, I can go to my counter and get some more. And then the crumbs that fall on the side, just scrape it off. Scrape, 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 scrape. Scrape it off and grab it. See there? And we're going to do this until every spot is mainly covered. I like how I can see through the the camera. I can see the other side of the camera. It's like a mirror because I'm watching myself, of course, on the video. Yes, this cake is absolutely delicious. Put some more crumbs on there. I'm gonna spin it around so I can scrape some of the crumbs that's falling off to the wayside. And go around again. And sometimes the frosting, if you got like too many crumbs on a piece of the frosting, it might kind of like act like it's trying to let out. But all you gotta do is just push it in, just tap the cake, just tap it. Tap the cake, and you'll be all right. And just pat the cake around. Be gentle with the cake. I really try to get like this stuff everywhere. everywhere. I don't like to have any spots showing. So all the way up to the top of the cake, I try to get the majority of the cake covered. How am I doing? And there might be a few white spots. Oh, I got a spot over here. And again, just pat the crumbs on the cake as you go around. After I decorate the cake, I usually put it in the fridge for about 3 to 4 hours. That way, the icing on the outside can definitely stiffen up, and the crumbs will mostly be done falling from the sides. I think we're doing pretty good here. Put some around the bottom spots. Whee! These cake, what do they call them? Lazy Susan? Is that what they call? They really come in handy. They really do. I don't know what cake decorators did back in the day before they had a Lazy Susan. That's what this thing that is spinning the cake around. I think that's the name of it. A Lazy Susan. If I'm wrong, y'all holler at me. Let me know. But yeah, this crunchy sweetness that goes on the outside of the cake is really, really yummy. Okay. Let me wash my hands off. I'll be back real quick. Get some more frosting. Okay. Now what shall we do? Oh, I guess I can use a spoon. Scoop some of this frosting in my decorating bag. And I am, let's see if I can. Okay, the tip I'm using is 845. Icing tip, 845. This is one of my favorite tips. It's an open star tip. Show you. That's open star tip 845. And just gonna circle around. The formation I'm doing is like a kind of like a backward S. That's what I'm doing. Squeeze down. Then you do your backward S. And I'm going to put the camera on top of the cake in a second so y'all can see what I'm doing. Squeeze down. Backward S. And usually when I decorate cakes, when I'm making my frosting, I don't make my frosting too stiff to layer between the cakes. Because if your frosting is too stiff when you layer between the cakes, you can sometimes tear your cake when you're trying to spread the frosting around the cake. Almost done with the first part of the top of the decorating. Put a little more frosting in my bag. And then when I go about decorating the top of the cake, after I apply the base frosting, then I usually add a little bit more sugar. Just a little bit more sugar to the frosting so that when you're piping, it's stiff enough so your decorations will hold up, especially in the summertime. Especially in the summertime. You sometimes have to use either a stabilizer, like, hold on, let me see, meringue powder. I forgot the name of it, so I have to look at my top of my fridge. But yeah, I'm just gonna make some elevated second, like some elevated rosettes in the middle. Okay, wash my hands. Now I already have some fresh strawberries cut up. Just gonna put some on top here. These are some nice strawberries too. I picked them up last night from Walmart. What I hate though about this time of the year is that nice fresh strawberries are so hard to come by. Smaller one. Nice fresh strawberries are so hard to come by. you know, because of course, you know, it's off season for strawberries. I had to go to like 4 different stores. I had to run to like 4 different stores to find some fresh strawberries. So let me see, put one over here. I can put one right here. See, do I got another little one? Let's see if I can find me another little strawberry. Yay! I have one more in the package. The rest of them are really big. So let me check. But yeah, strawberries are so hard to come by in the wintertime. It's almost makes me want to order strawberries from a company. Matter of fact, there's a company here locally that I can't remember the name of the company, but hold on 1 second. Cord was coming out of the computer. So it said battery was low. But okay, I hope you guys can still see me okay. Yeah, there you go. Actually, I guess you can kind of see. Move it over a little bit. You can kind of see the cake. Get you another angle here. There's the top of the cake. And I'm also going to take a picture of it too and make it the thumbnail to this video. But anyway, that is my strawberry crunch shortcake cheesecake. I'll probably add like a few more little stars on here, piping stars on here or something on the edges to make it clean. But wipe some of these crumbs down. So I will post a picture of the final product on here as soon as I am done. But this video has already ran about 42 minutes, so I don't want to make it too long. Again, like I said, this is not your average cake decorating channel. I'm here just for you to watch me decorate, um, answer a few questions, and again, we can speak about other stuff as well. So that's what this channel is all about. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Christmas and a New Year's if I don't see you before then. But make sure you be good. Don't always, look forward to getting exactly what you want for Christmas either. It's all about the giving, it's all about the giving. So I know some people, especially children, some people's children are not as grateful as they should be. We have to really teach our children to be really grateful because a lot of people these days have it a lot worse than they do. I tell my kids all the time, we might not have everything we need. We might not have the best that other people have, but always be grateful for everything that you have, because if you were ever to lose it, you would definitely be like, dang. Now I have nothing. So anyway, you guys enjoy your holiday. Get those pots and pans cracking, and get those cakes and pies whipping, and enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your meal. And also, you guys, I just want to let you know that I do have other YouTube channels as well. The other ones aren't food channels. They're movie and TV show and reality show reviews channels. So please make sure you check them out. Feel free to go over and check them out and subscribe to those as well. One of them is called Tanya Knows No Limit, and the other one is called Tanya's Primetime TV Media Reviews. So again, please check those channels out as well. I do some really awesome reviews on a lot of the popular TV shows, primetime TV shows and primetime reality shows. And also once a month, I do movie reviews as well for new movies. So anywho, until we meet again, you guys, in the meantime and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.